I'm Candace, and with me is Arezou
Hello.
and our special guest, Silver. Hello, Silver.
Hi. Hello. Hello there.
And
Hi.
today we're talking about a very special topic for us prequel kids, and that is the Phantom Menace merch because it's going to be 25 years since that movie came out.
Insane.
Time has no meaning.
Yeah.
So,
No, it hasn't.
the year is 1999. Your parents are worried about Y2K. The most popular song is Believe by Cher. And the most anticipated movie of all time is coming out, Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace. So, do either of you guys remember this time, 1999?
Oh, I do. I remember it. I remember it so well. I was 10 years old. I was in 5th grade. But I remember this time mainly because of I want to say my dad and my uncles. They were so excited that Star Wars was back and this is all anyone could talk about. I don't remember seeing a trailer because you had to go to a movie theater to watch the trailer. Like it's not you could just upload it on on the internet and watch it, but I just remember the excitement and I sensed that as a kid. And I think even my teachers were talking about it. So I remember it. I remember the feeling of like,
I
oh, there's something exciting coming.
Yeah.
I
Arezou?
remember it too. So I remember too because like of what we're talking about today, because of the marketing. Like my parents had kind of told me it was coming, and I'm like, that's cool. It's the thing they're into, and we're gonna go as well.
Sure. Mhm.
But then like the toys start coming out, and like it takes over the fast food restaurants, and it takes over all of like the soda and like all of this, and I'm like, oh, so this is like a big deal, like
Mhm.
because of all that. And that kind of I think got me really, really hyped for it. And I cannot watch the Phantom Menace now without actively craving KFC and Taco Bell.
It's
Like still.
it's
It's
true.
connected.
True facts.
So,
It's like it's connected in my head.
Yeah. 100%.
so my dad actually, I don't know how he did this, but there was a website you could download the trailers from. He used the dial-up, and he's like, okay, we're going to just download it once. And we
Nice.
watched it every single day for weeks.
That is so
Weeks we
exciting.
watched this trailer and just being
I
memorized. And then, of
Yeah.
course, you're bombarded by these commercials the closer and closer you get to May.
Mhm.
And you know what? Let's watch one, the Pepsi one, because Arezou hasn't seen this because it
I
is.
have okay. So just so people know, first of all, I live in Canada, so maybe our commercials are slightly different. But
Mhm.
also during the school year, my parents would like cut the cable and the broadcast TV. So unless I was at my grandparents, I didn't see TV commercials. So it was
Gotcha.
like, so I missed a lot of these.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, be ready to meet an icon.
This is an
Oh,
icon.
great.
This is iconic. It's a hero of mine, personally.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Obi-Wan, we've got to save the Queen.
We're under attack! Mr. Jar Jar Binks come for comic relief.
Emergency landing on Tatooine.
No! Pod racing is wet. Love you, Mom.
Love you, Padme. Oh no, Darth Maul! My brains are spilling out!
Oh, joy. The end.
This is the weirdest date I've ever been on. I'm out of here.
Go you must.
Farewell. Goodbye.
Star Wars Episode 1 cans collect all 24 this summer.
Okay. Okay, Marfalump is just a hero of mine. Marfalump, yes. Marfalump was adopted by a family in Iowa, and Marfalump has a huge love for Star Wars equally, but also loves Pepsi. So it's an alien who loves Pepsi so much, but it's matched by his love with Star Wars as well. And if I'm on a date and I'm, geeking out about the Phantom Menace, and this person thinks this date is lame, then maybe you weren't the one for me. So Marfalump, I respect.
Yeah, you
Marfalump
dodged
set
the
the
bullet.
bar.
Yeah. So yes, Marfalump was just himself. Just loved Star Wars and loved Pepsi. Yeah, Marfalump was it was a alien created by ILM because Pepsi wanted an alien to be the mascot. So
So that
yeah, it's a thing.
that explains when I see like pictures from inside the Lucasfilm office and I see this alien. I'm like, I
Oh,
don't recall seeing this alien anywhere,
yeah,
like in
a
Star
legend.
Wars. So this makes
Yeah.
sense now.
Yeah, it's like it was CGI, right? But of course, like they made the maquette, and I've seen Marfalump, and uh, there's amazing things to see at Lucasfilm, but for me, that's always the number one thing to see. I'm like, this is an actual legend that's displayed, and if you know, you know.
What a king.
It's
A
it's
king,
definitely
king,
it just
yeah,
brought back some core memories.
yeah.
I remember collecting those. I didn't really like Pepsi or Coke that much as a kid, but my
Hmm.
mom
Hmm.
loved Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke. So
Hmm.
I was like, "We gotta get the one with Star Wars in it."
Yeah, yeah.
I did Pepsi like have this promotion where you could like pick something out of the cap and if it had something you would like win or
Yeah,
whatever.
they would
Yeah,
say, yeah, you could.
my brother and his friend had some Pepsi product drink and they I think won a Darth Maul keychain, but
Mhm.
it never got sent to
It
them.
never got set.
They never
Oh,
Did you
got
get it
it.
up?
no. Oh,
Did you get it up?
I
no.
don't know if it was because like, it
Pepsi,
was
we're
US
calling you
only
out.
and we didn't know,
Pepsi, we are calling
but
you out.
Pepsi, where's our Darth Maul keychain?
Pepsi, please do better.
It's been
There is a
25 years.
25
Where's this
You
years.
deserve
keychain?
2
Where's the
keychains for
keychain?
that.
We
Well,
deserve 2
honestly, yeah.
keychains.
Yeah, at this point. I mean, throw in a Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan keychain, then you'll have the whole Duel of the Fates scene of keychains. So
So, Pepsi,
Pepsi,
this is my
come on,
hat. You know where to find me. Like, where's the keychain?
do better. You gotta follow up on your promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another brand that really used that Star Wars name was Kmart. I feel
Mhm.
like going to Kmart was just something that you did in the 90s
Oh yeah.
with your parents, and just it everywhere there was, posters and hanging signs and everything. And here is another commercial that actually, is also close to my heart too.
Yeah,
And I
this
think
is a
so
good one.
as well.
So, who says only guys can be heroes? Get the shit! My goofy older brother, that's who. I say, what about Florence Nightingale? Or that Queen Elizabeth person we read about in class? They were heroes, just like Queen Amidala. Here she comes. She's gonna get a lot of candy this year. Let's follow her.
Now at Big Kmart, all Star Wars kids costumes are on sale.
It's so girl power. I loved it.
So we didn't have Kmart here. So there was no way I would have seen that. But I used to do that with my mom's makeup.
Oh,
She
Kate
had this
Patton?
like I mean, she didn't it wasn't like actively she was using this makeup, but she like would get like the samples or whatever at the store and would give them to me. And there was this like really bright purple eyeshadow that was basically white. So I used to put it all over my face and then do that with the little like lipstick sample and be like, there we go.
I
This is a
love
look.
that.
I have no idea how she got it off my face, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that. I remember even that year, all the kids at my school were like they were Darth Maul. I don't know if that was just like the cost, for
It was
boys,
the
especially, they were just like, oh, this
yeah.
looks cool. But I mean, there was like 20 Darth Mauls in my class at school. It was pretty wild. But yeah, I love that too because it's like, oh, girl power. I loved it. And then
Yeah, my little
she has a little Padme doll too. It's so cute.
yeah.
Love.
My little sister was Amidala that year because we couldn't be the same costume after the Princess Jasmine debacle. So she was the younger one, so
Yeah. I know the younger sisters always get to.
yeah. But it was fine. I got to be Princess Leia 1 year, so it was all good.
It all balanced out.
It did.
But I love that even that advertising to girls, and that's something that was like very important, even though it is again a commercial. But being like,
Mhm.
hey, yeah, girls like Star Wars too. We've
Yeah.
been here. We've been here.
Yeah, I really like because if you look a lot of the toys, I mean there could have been more, Amidala stuff,
Yeah.
but Star Wars was very much like that boy brand, like you go to like to
Yeah.
the boy section and that's where they have all their stuff. But I actually have a catalog of a lot of like 1999 like Phantom Menace stuff, and they had bedding, they had doll, like the Queen Amidala dolls, they have
Yeah.
one of all her costumes. And they even have like the clothes and the shoes. But I have, it's so funny because I actually picked up a newspaper article from 1999 when I was at the flea market, and there was actually um a woman, I forgot her name, but she was complaining that there was not enough Queen Amidala merch in 1999.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, yeah, she was like, there needs to be more. You know, so like where's her blaster? Why, why can't I buy that? And it's so, even then, um there was fans asking for more. So
It's such a repeat of like when The Force Awakens came out and there was no Rey stuff.
yeah,
And they're like, but she's the main character.
she's the main
Where's her
character.
stuff?
Yeah.
Although speaking of Padme dolls, it's a good time to show my prop.
I love it.
The paper dolls. I had them in the 90s, like popped out, and I played with them so much like their necks were bent backwards. This is not that version. My brother got me this for Christmas a couple years ago. And I haven't punched it out. But yeah.
Oh, I love.
Because I can't find the other one. I don't know where it is, but
yeah,
probably threw it out.
Probably destroyed.
Honestly, like
little Arezou.
both of the like, because there's two like face dolls in there. There's like the plain. I can show on the back. There's like the plain, like the Padme without makeup, and then there's the one with makeup. And the one with makeup you just put behind the dresses because you don't have to redo her face. And both of them, their necks were just tilted back from the number of times I pinned them on stuff. So
yeah,
they were like headless at that point.
Yeah.
So the next thing I want to show you all is a commercial for the greatest game from my childhood. Silver, you have some passionate feelings about N64 game too? Did you play this, Arezou?
Maybe.
Okay, let's see if this brings back any memories.
The fate of the galaxy rests on the outcome of a race. The outcome of the race rests in your hands.
So we own that game now. We bought it like recently and we have it on the Switch, but at the time we didn't have it on the N64, but we did play it at the arcade.
Ooh.
Which Dave and Buster's had it until like the last time I went, at which point it was no longer there and I was very upset.
Yeah. Well, you can come over to my house and play. I have that arcade in the garage.
I'm going one day you're just gonna wake up and find me like playing.
You should. You should. It's no one can beat my top score. Maybe because I'm the only one that's in there playing, but I welcome anyone. This game was a big deal for me. Well, just the N64, it's just, I mean, if that just does not scream 90s and like your childhood, that does. We had an N64 in our family living room and we would play after, we were allowed to play for a little bit after we did our homework or, but my dad was very much a big kid. So he would always make sure he had the games because he wanted to play also. But this was fun. This was just like a fun racing game because it was just, just had the feels of Mario 64 or Mario Kart. I'm sorry. And, it was really fun. And it's still fun to this day. I love playing it. But and then, my cousins would come over and we would just all just be in like my grandma's living room playing this game, and it was just so much fun. Of course, it's backed by the music too, which is really, really fun. Which in the movie you don't really get like a score really in like most of the pod sequence, but it's just super fun.
Yeah, I had this computer, so I had like this giant joystick.
Yeah,
and I was so awful at it. I barely ever could get past Tatooine. That's the very first round. I need to play it again as an adult. I know they remastered it.
Yeah, it's on the Switch now, and I don't know who else has it.
Well, I will say the Malastare, when you play on Malastare, it's
very fast and very dangerous.
It's extremely so hard and difficult. Yes, but yes, Qui-Gon did warn us about, pod racing on Malastare, but it was hard. It's a hard level. I still can't beat it. It's very personal that I can't. Very upset by it.
Silver's got beef.
Yeah, I remember
beef of Malastare. Apparently, I remember they had the our movie theaters too, but they had the joint like two of them. So
Yeah.
like a joint
That's
one.
what
You
I
can,
mean, like, at the arcade, like, because
Mhm.
here, like, our movie theaters all have or used to, they're kinda scaling it down up. They used to all have an arcade in them, and
Yeah.
almost all of them had that, and, like, Dave& and Buster's had it, and we have one here
Hmm.
called Palladium,
Hmm.
which is,
Ooh,
like, a local institution,
fun.
It sounds very
which I haven't been
Canadian.
to in
Tell people so.
forever, but they had it
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
But, yeah.
you gotta take me there when I go visit.
I would love to go just because I haven't been there in so long that I'm
Yeah.
like, "What's
I
in
like
there now?"
honestly, I just like going to arcades, just be like, let me just
Oh,
go
same.
play some games. They're so much fun. Um
Yeah, I have to pop this up really quick.
That that's so cursed.
It's so
You know what
okay.
kills me about this thing is
I don't get it.
it's not just like it's implied to be his tongue and it's in his mouth, but it's like ridged. It's like bumpy.
But that's like that's a human tongue. That is not Jar Jar Binks' tongue.
Yeah,
So it's
it's got
just
like
so weird to
tongue
me.
and like why does it's one thing to put it like in the plastic mouth
Yeah.
because you think it's funny. But why does it have the texture of a human tongue?
This was
Yeah,
someone's kink.
yeah.
Like
I
I don't
just imagine
approve.
just I don't know, just pitching that thing. So I'm a volunteer at Rancho Obi-Wan, and there is a part of the tour where he has so many. It's still all these Jar Jar Binks tongue candies. They're still in like the box, and there's a lot of them, and I'm just like, and that just everyone just gets I mean, people just get a kick out of that one. And it is a highlight on the tour. We like to stop and talk about it, but it's cursed. And I won't be mad if I ever got one.
Oh, I would
Yeah.
try one if
And
somebody
I
gave
would
me
try one, right?
I
Like you
thing is,
have to.
because it's
You
like
have to.
because it's 90s candy and there's so much
Yeah.
chemical and not a single natural anything in there, it's probably still fine.
It probably is.
Something is gonna outlive us all.
I would do it. I would. I would. I'm glad I'm not the only one here because
You would
I
suck
I
on his
would.
tongue.
I would. I mean, I just
I would close my eyes and think of Obi-Wan.
let me suck on this tongue real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I would. I would. I would. I would. I would.
Yeah, I
I
would too.
Feels like a good
will.
dare.
Yeah.
I'm
Not even a
a
dare. I would just
volunteer.
freely do it.
Somebody provide me wait, okay. When you send me the Darth Maul keychains, also send me one of these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give us
Pepsi.
yeah, Pepsi.
Pepsi, whoever the candy manufacturer is, also send me one of those.
Pepsi, please call your people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Pop
Candace,
something.
I would do it. Candace, I would do it.
You
I
do
would
it.
do it.
Okay.
I would do it.
Everyone, look under your seat. There's a no.
Wrong.
How'd you get in my house?
Yeah. I wouldn't even ask how. I'd be like, just thank you.
I've been sitting in this
I
room
would
all
not
day. How'd you get in here without me noticing?
I wouldn't even ask questions. I would just be happy.